That's funny. The only song I've done from this album is the one that originally replaced it on the original album, and then they removed it. They removed that song that replaced this song and replaced it back with the song we're about to listen to. Hi guys, welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. We are back with XTC, XTC, whatever you pronounce it as. I always say XTC. We're gonna be listening to the album Skylarking. The track is called "Dear God." It was the B-side of the first single released for this album, which came out in the year of our Lord 1986. Produced by Todd Rundgren. It's a loose concept album about a non-specific cycle, such as a day, a year, the seasons, or a life. The title refers to fooling around, basically. This is generally regarded as their finest work, which I guess we'll see. We also have a couple other tracks from this album, I think, courtesy of our patron Gail, or it might, I don't know if it's from this album or not, but it's from XTC, and we're going to be doing them probably next week. So this is basically an intro track to that. This is courtesy of our patron Clay. Thank you as always, Clay. I appreciate you, my friend. And throughout the song or the video, I'll be linking my other ecstasy stuff up there if you want to watch it. Let's go. If you want to subscribe, help brother out, click that icon right below my face. And if you can leave a like, a comment, and watch it all the way through, you'd make my day. If you want to get a video just like this, join our Patreon, $30 tier up, 1 to 2 free requests a month. But it closes soon. Better hurry up. Dear God, 3, 2, 1, go.
And I pray you can make it better down here. I don't mean a big reduction in the price of beer, but all the people that you made in your image, see them starving
Jasmine
on their feet,
on vocals,
'cause they don't get enough to eat from God. Can't believe in you.
Sorry to disturb you, but I feel that I should be heard loud and clear. We all need a big reduction in amount of tears. All the people that you made in your image sit around fighting in the street, 'cause they can't make opinions meet about God. I can't believe in you.
question right there. Chicken or the egg, man.
Dear God, don't know if you noticed, but your name is on a lot of quotes in this book. That's crazy humans wrote it, you should take a look. And all the people that you made in your image still believing that junk is true. Well, I know it ain't so to you. Dear God,
Ooh, man.
can't believe
It's gonna be a good recap.
I don't believe in.
That acoustic is just gorgeous, man.
I won't believe in heaven, hell, no saints, no sinners, no devil as well. The pearly gates, no thorny crown. You're always letting us humans down. The wars you bring, the babes you drown. Those lost at sea and never found. And it's the same the whole world round. The hurt I see helps to compound. The Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. It just so is on the Holy Host. And if you
Wow.
do you perceive that my heart's here upon the sea? But there's one thing I don't believe in.
It's you.
Good choice. Good ending.
Dear God.
just kidding. That was beautiful. I had no reservations that this song was going to be bad at all, because I saw the name and obviously listened to these guys before, so I was like, this is going to be a good one probably. That was Andy Partridge on vocals and guitar, Colin Moulding on vocals and bass, David Gregory on vocals, guitar, piano, synthesizers, the Chamberlain, and he did the string arrangements on Dear God. Todd Rundgren did the producing, engineering, orchestral arrangements, and computer programming. Prairie Prince on drums. And then Jasmine Violette, I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. She did the vocals as well. There's some other people who did some orchestra stuff. They are the Beach Avenue Boys. There you go. The way it built up, man, that was crazy. It just kept building and building and building. It kind of started off with the girls' vocals, very soft. The acoustic guitar kind of just like it leads you into the song. And then it just starts building with like resentment after resentment after resentment, and it just keeps piling on and piling on. You can literally feel the weight of it just like kind of pulling you down throughout the song. It's crazy. It's like gravity, bro. Because like each line, it just adds another nail into the coffin of what we've done, basically, you know. Man, I don't know how. I think the worst thing we could have done is try to. I don't know what the exact term is. We have a term where we try to turn everything like into like human, you know. I think that's the worst thing we could have done, is try to make God human. That's a bad thing. You wouldn't want God to be a human. I wouldn't want any of us to be gods. I don't think we could handle it. We're not ready yet for anything close to that, you know. If you want, I'm gonna let you all in a little secret. What I call God. I call God the source, you know, or it's not even just God. It's a weird concept. It's a loose concept, I'd say, but I also call it the projector, because it kind of like illuminates everything. You know, if you ever played a video game and like the world is only rendered for where you're at, basically, and you kind of move around or whatever, and it renders as you move, you know. I feel like it's kind of like Donnie Darko, if you've seen that movie, you know how it kind of just, they follow the strange like tunnel, like water tunnel thing. It's like the path. You can kind of see the future almost. I feel like we all have like this strange, I wouldn't even call it the sixth sense, almost like a seventh sense. And it's strange what we can pick up on. We kind of lose it over the years, I feel like. I think after resentment, you know, just like every day that passes by, we kind of just like, it kind of goes away more and more as we separate ourselves from childhood and that unbridled imagination and understanding that we had as children, you know. Because we get these things forced into our heads and just like drilled in, and we get trained like good little soldiers from a young age to act and behave and think a certain way. And that's why I'm glad I had a strange upbringing in a way, because it allowed me to think outside the box. And I kind of, like I say, live on an island and I see everyone else from my pretty little beach. And it's a very interesting concept for this song, you know, writing a letter to God, kind of just asking like, what the fuck, you know. And I get it, man. But if there is some kind of all-knowing, all-seeing force out there, which, who knows, there might be, there might not be. But everything acts a little too according to plan for me not to believe there's something at least out there, because I've seen it. I got pattern recognition very, very well. It's one of my skills. There's definitely a pattern. That's what I'll say. I don't know about anything else, but there is a pattern. I haven't been able to interpret it exactly right yet, but I've seen it in my own life. I've seen it in other people's lives. I've seen all kinds of strange things happen that don't have really explanations from our current level of understanding, you know, accepted understanding. There's other ways of understanding, but people don't accept it. And or it's going to be stuck in this like loop of capitalistic just nonsense for over and over and over. Then we're going to get further and further away from the idea of God and what it means. If there ever was one, you know, it's kind of just they pick and choose what they want to like kind of control the narrative, control the masses, because that's what, you know, religion is in a way. It's the opiate of the masses, but people are drying up on it these days. They're finding new religions, shall we say, and they're building it out of things that we don't even really have concepts for yet, but I feel like in the future they will. When they look back at this time, there'll be words for all this stuff, and I don't think there's really terms for it yet, but people are dividing up and kind of like joining their own little cults in a way. And I think it's kind of scary, you know. What if we start having like little minor deities? They call them like demigods, you know. Eventually, that might what people turn into if enough people just like believe in them. Like, look at the celebrities of today on the internet, you know, like people follow them blindly. There's other people that people follow blindly too, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me, man. It's almost like they're worshiping them like a god. Well, none of us are God, you know what I'm saying? Not a single one of us. So I'd leave that alone. Sorry, but it is very true that all these resentments, all these questions for God, but that's just the world that we live in, you know. And it is messed up that it is the way it is, but maybe if you understood it from if you understood it from its perspective, it would make sense. But it doesn't make sense to us because our brains can't handle it. There you go. I'd say the acoustic guitars and the vocals in this are my highlight. I love the way that it kind of harmonized at points, but the way it just kept building and building and building, with just like line after line. That was excellent lyrics. I don't know who wrote this song per se. I don't know if it's everybody. Let me see. Does it have a... All songs are written by Andy Partridge, except for where noted. So yeah, I'm guessing he wrote that one. And it's not even on the original one. Yeah, it was him. But that was a A-side. Actually, that was the A-side for... Well, Grass was the A-side for the single. The song's lyrics grapple with the existence of God and the problem of evil. It was inspired by a series of books with the same title called Dear God, I guess. Which Partridge viewed as exploitative. Wow, I can't pronounce that. Hold on. Exploitative of children. Exploitative. There you go. The song was originally intended for skylarking, but it was left off of it due to concerns from Virgin Records. Interesting. But I guess after college radio DJs across America picked it up, they repressed skylarking with the track included. Isn't that funny how they try to hide things? And yeah. So apparently Partridge also received a plethora of hate mail for this song. He stated that he felt sorry for whoever he upset. However, if you can't have a different opinion without them wanting to firebomb your house, then that's their problem. I agree. Everyone's allowed to believe whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's their right to have their opinion. And then at the end of things, I guess we'll find out who's right. That's all we can do. Just sort of just sit and wait, you know? I don't know, but I've had so many things happen in my life to keep my ass alive. It's crazy. But I think it was all just to make my daughter, to be honest. I think I'm kind of... What's the word? Spare change now? No, I wouldn't say spare change. I'm like a loose part, basically. You know, I did my job, and now I'm kind of just like... hanging on, the car's going, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that, like, you know, figuratively, but I don't know. I feel like I was meant to make my daughter, and that's it, you know? Because I feel like she's special, and she's destined for something really big. So I guess all I can do is just raise her and guide her the best I can. So there you go. But if I had to ask a question to God, I can't say it on the internet. I'm just kidding. Thank you for watching. Thank you again, Clay. That was a great pick. And if you guys have any other picks by XTC from this album, a different album, let me know down below. I'd really appreciate it. And if that was your first time hearing it, let me know what you thought. And if you had to write a letter to God, if you had a question for God, what would it be? Let me know down below. I'll see you later.